back in the flesh. I know you guys missed me a lot being on camera, but I had other things to do, and I also had to deal with my personal life because my life is kind of hectic. Great news. If you haven't noticed, since last month, even when I was still off YouTube, I have finally finished the Power Rangers Lost Galaxy fan film that you guys have been subscribing and waiting for it to come. The film is currently in post-production right now, in the editing stages, and then that's half about it. I'm not sure if I want to release a new trailer for the fan film and so forth, because I wanted to do another trailer because I felt that the first trailer I did back in January for the film kind of sucked. So I think I can do like at least one more trailer for the fan film to boost in more interest with the audience, and then the movie will come out, because I slated, instead of having it out by October, I decided to have it out in November, around the same time when Super Mega Force will come to a close, perhaps. Because since Super Mega Force is currently on hiatus right now, I have a feeling once when that comes back in the fall, they're probably going to extend Power Rangers Super Mega Force till early December, because we only have like 8 episodes in. We're only 8 episodes in that series, so we're going to have to wait until the rest of that will come back on Nickelodeon around September or so, October, I guess. Now anyway, this was the debate that I have about the Power Rangers Lost Galaxy fan film that I've been bragging about since I finally finished something that I've been completing, that I've been, chasing for the last couple years. Now, it's not been 2 nor 3, it's been more than that. And I told you that this was the Power Rangers Lost Galaxy fan film that I've been wanting to make for the last 10 years, since 2004 all the way to now. And I finally finished it. And I know during my school years, when I was still going to middle and high school, I was not doing very well developing it while I was still doing schoolwork and also doing chores around the house. And, my dad wanted me to do other things, pursue other stuff. Well, that's how things were going with me. So... And some other great news to lead up. Well, before I talk about that, is my debate. Sorry for messing this up, because I know my video blogs and everything. When I be on camera, I become very camera shy. My debate was, 1, if the Power Rangers Lost Galaxy fan film will succeed, there will be 2 sequels that I have planned for 2017 and 2019. Release dates slated, and then they would so forth come by those following years. And 2, if the Power Rangers Lost Galaxy fan film fails, bombs, and doesn't meet a a positive reaction, but it has a negative because of using this and that, stuff like this, then I'm going to not do the sequels and move on and go on to college and doing what I got to do that's more important in life, more reality-wise. Because that was my debate, and I said this back on when I told Trey Jackson, someone who was who liked my fan film's Facebook page and also follows me on Facebook, said the same thing and heard my debate about it. If the film succeeds, that I will do 2 sequels to my Power Rangers Lost Galaxy fan film reboot. If the film doesn't do good here on YouTube, then the sequels will not be made, and I'll have to shelve them and probably come back to them sometime in the future. I don't know. But when I turn 30 years old, I'm not going to keep doing a paper doll movie with toy stuff, because by that time I'm going to feel like I'm a man-child playing with toys still on camera. But at least I don't do it in front of the camera like what's his name with Sailor Moon dolls coming up, Dwayne, with the Sailor Moon dolls, going like, "Hi everyone, it's me, blank this, and today I'm not doing like what he does, because at least I don't do that. I am starting early development on Power Rangers Lost Galaxy 2, but I'm only going to do development on the film just to determine if the first Power Rangers Lost Galaxy film I just completed for the last 2 years will succeed. If the sequel doesn't, then the sequel is canceled. Actually, both of them. And then I'm going to have to give my Power Rangers Lost Galaxy fan film idea to somebody else if they want to take it, or do Power Rangers in Space instead. It doesn't matter. Or any other Power Ranger series as a reboot. Because, now, as I stated, if I was doing a Power Rangers in Space fan film, you guys would get hyped about it, because I know some of you are fans of In Space out there, some of you out there. I know some of you don't like Lost Galaxy, I understand, but I know some of you do, some of you don't. That's why I'm doing this film, and with 2 other ones planned for 2017 or at least 2018, and the other one being the 20th anniversary movie being 2019 or at least for 2020. I know I've already did enough posts and announcements of this and that for Power Rangers Lost Galaxy 2. Speaking of which, I just recently drafted for Power Rangers Lost Galaxy 2 while I was still off YouTube. And this is just the first couple of pages, and the sequel is going to be the same name as the Power Rangers Lost Galaxy fan film I originally did when it wasn't doing any good and any justice back in 2011, when everybody was still hooked on Power Ranger Samurai and Go Kiger at the time. So that's why I'm going back with the Rise of Trakeena again, but this time, unlike the version of the Rise of Trakeena that I did back in Gaithersburg High, this isn't an entirely new version, but there's not going to be anything that I did back in the original version of this movie that I originally shown some footage of on YouTube until I had to take it down because there was copyright notices on those videos because I used copyright music on them. And then so forth. I've already did a podcast about casting sides for the following villains present for Power Rangers Lost Galaxy 2 because if I'm doing 2, you guys are going to think, at the end of the film, you think there's going to be a team up between the Galaxy Rangers and the Space Rangers. I told you since when I did the first movie. Nothing that you've seen in the show is going to be in these movies as reimagined. I mean, yeah, because, well, everything we remember from Lost Galaxy, especially with the team episodes and Caron's opening episodes, the Pink Ranger stuff and Kendrick's death stuff, has been very memorable about that. Even though as mediocre Lost Galaxy can be to some people, you think I'm going to actually throw those elements into the film if it's going to be if it's a Power Rangers Lost Galaxy movie, why not throw those elements into the film? And I said I'm not going to do that. Because I feel like I'm copying and pasting what's already done on the show based on fans' requests. Because if I do exactly what the show has already did, despite my lack of telling an original story rather than using elements from the source material and stories that was in the source material, then that's going to show that I'm a lazy filmmaker and a lazy writer for not telling a good story. But I know you guys don't have any good story ideas for a reboot film of Power Rangers Lost Galaxy or any other Power Ranger series. But you guys can just, go out and shoot that film and just, do some action scenes and then the movie's over for like 5 minutes. Because, most Power Ranger fan films I have seen have always been 5 minutes or 8 minutes. The films I'm doing are going to be 1 hour and 2 hour movies. I know some people can't stand sitting in front of the computer for hours, but that's just me. If I want to do the film long, I wanted to do the film long. And even my dad wanted me to do the film short because, he's telling me that, due to my, 0% inexperience, my zero inexperience of making movies, I have to do the film short. And I told him I don't want to do the film short. I want to do it as long as I want it. And I know that's going to be considered prolonging in his take because, my dad is very impatient when I have to take so long to do this and that because I'm very slow. And because, I have slow reflexes, I have a disability. When people who have a disability, they have to have certain speeds and momentums of being slow, fast, and that, like I do. Because due to the fact that I have autism, sometimes do things faster. Sometimes most of the time it goes slow, because I don't want the bull rush, and I know I have to procrastinate. And actually, what causes me to procrastinate from getting the film done is that when there are days when I wasn't working on the movie, my dad would have me doing something else around the house, and because during the time while I was also working on the movie, I was still trying to get reapproved to get my Social Security benefits back, since Social Security should have never the Social Security should have never stopped giving me my benefits anyway after I left high school and graduated, got my diploma and all, and they should have never did that, and that's why I kept going back and forth, calling them to give me my Social Security back, benefits and stuff back. That's why I've been struggling with money, and that's why I've never had money. That's why I couldn't afford to get what I needed to get for the movie. That's why I had to take things slow on the film. That's why I had to, even during the process of the first movie, I had to reject some scenes that would have happened that I've originally did by writing, and but while I was shooting it, I did something else. And I know once when you see the Power Rangers Lost Galaxy fan film coming this fall, this November, this coming November this year, you're going to see some parts that worked and some parts that didn't work out, and that's what's going to give you your positive to negatives, or just plain negative reactions to the film, even if it's just a paper doll fan film. Though, as I stated back in my toy review, if you watched it, I finally got the Stratoforce Megazord. Now all I need to do is get the Centaurus Megazord, the Zenith Carrier Zord, and the Galaxy Megazord and the Defender Toro Zord. Because I should have never gave away my Galaxy Megazord and Toro Zord and all the other Power Ranger toys I had back then to kids in need, in other countries, so they can have a Christmas. I understand, because I remember 10 years ago today, like I said, I should have never gave away toys like this, but I never had a Stratoforce Megazord or Centaurus. All I had was Galaxy Megazord and Toro Zord at the time, and several other Power Ranger toys. Because, to tell the truth, I'm a dirt poor person. I can't always get what I want in life, So that's why it has to take me time to wait years and years later until when everyone else had it, I would get it later. But when something new comes out, it makes me want to get it, but I can't always get what I want and afford for it. Well, I'm lucky I have the Stratoforce Megazord, but all I need to do is get the Galaxy Megazord, Toro Zord, Centaurus, and Zenith for the next two movies. So this is set for the next film, since I didn't get the Galaxy Megazord as promised from Amazon, because the collectible prices and whatever they had new mint in condition was too high for me, so that's why I had to buy something else, like getting new mounting board and poster board for backgrounds and characters, and different toys for the movie. But I didn't use much toys, but I mainly been using a lot of video game footage from video games I was playing up here to support story and action sequences, because most of the time I've been in this room doing the movie rather than going outside doing the movie, because my dad didn't want me to go outside, especially during school hours and in this time of day like this, because kids are already in school right now. But even during the summer, when it's brutally hot, he doesn't want me going outside. Or even any time of the day, he doesn't want me going outside. He wants me to stay here 24/7. That's why I have to isolate myself and sedate myself from going anywhere. Because, since I don't have nothing on me, no money, nothing. I just have my wallet, keys, and house key and everything. I have to stay here. And that's why I got to do the movie in here most of the time. But you'll see exactly why when the fan film comes out, why I had to do this film and use my bed mattress as a stage for most scenes, and some in between takes is footage from video games I was using that I made created character avatars and stuff on. So that's why. And you probably know exactly why the film was done in a very cheap, piss poor way. Because I did the film because I had to do the film in just one place, one location, one area, which is this area. since I can't go nowhere else, and to see if people will be interested, supporting me through the film, I have to do it in here. Because due to the fact that I live here in Gaithersburg, and I know many of you live elsewhere and far away from me. I know me being in an isolated area where there's houses and trees are in between houses and things, and woods and river creeks. I guess I have to live in an isolated life in an isolated area because I know most people like to live out in the wild, and most people like to live out in the city and all, but people like me have to live in an isolated area to stay away from danger. That's why every day when I get up, or when my dad calls me and my brother, or me importantly, because I don't pay attention to the news, what local news would be going on around here in Gaithersburg or the entire Montgomery County area as a whole, or what goes on around here in the DC metropolitan area, since I live between DC and Virginia. Well, I'm in the Maryland side because these three states are part of the Washington metropolitan area. I have to pay attention to that because there's just too much stuff going on around here in Montgomery County, and there's just way too much stuff going around here in Gaithersburg, way too much stuff going around. That's why I gotta stay inside the house, and that's why I can't do the movie outside. And well, my dad doesn't want me going outside. I've always been an indoor person. I have to stay in one location every day, even during school hours. When I was going to school, I would go around the entire school building making the film. When I did do Power Rangers Lost Galaxy, The Rise of Trakeena, well, again, LG again, I did some parts of that fan film part-time during my final year in high school, and here and over at the school. But since I graduated, since it's been almost like 4 years since I graduated, I don't hardly do stuff like this anymore. I have to do everything in the house. I mean, in a boxed-in area where I have so much furniture around the house and stuff like that. Well, my room is like the smallest. My room is like the smallest of the entire house. So I guess it's because all the space, because of the amount of big furniture I have here, like my dresser, that, and this. That's why I don't have no room to do anything else. Casting, auditions for Trakeena will start sometime, I don't know, in the future. I'll tell you when I'll do audition calls, but unfortunately I don't think anyone is going to come because I'm going to be here for another year. This year was supposed to be my last year living in this house, but it turns out when off screen and off so forth, private life, that my family's going to stay here for another year come 2015, so I'm going to be stuck. So I'm going to have to push back production on Power Rangers Lost Galaxy, The Rise of Trakeena, to sometime in 2016, and then finish it by 2017, and then have it out in 2018. So that's going to delay me a few years back from doing the third film that I have planned, because I have to stay isolated from other people. I know that's a pain. I have to be like that. So that's just how things roll with me. Because I've been out of high school. I should have been in college right now, but I gotta, deal with Social Security. I gotta deal with this. I gotta deal with myself, my home life. Too much for me. Because, as I get older, I have to deal with harsher things in life. I have to be in a harsher world, and everybody else has to as well. So you get my drift why I have to do the film in one location and why I got to do it differently. As soon as when I post videos of myself, not much people come by and see my videos anyway. They just see other people because, I'm my videos can be great at times, but a lot of times they're sluggish when I have to stammer and stutter when I'm trying to say something. Because I'm not really good at doing explanations of things. I kind of hesitate at times due to my speech, my speech disability. So that's why I stammer, stutter. Sometimes I even repeat things, even Nobody heard me the first time. That's why I do that. So anyway, Power Rangers Lost Galaxy 2 and 3 have been slated for 2017 and 2019 respectively to end the decade successfully. Since I finally finished the first Power Rangers Lost Galaxy fan film, and when I do the next two movies, and when I finish those and show them to everyone, I can finally move on in peace. And once when I do that third and final film of the planned trilogy, since I'm doing these movies in threes, by the way, I will finally move on to something else in peace. Or more importantly, just be like everybody else with a normal life, you know, being, you know, dating and getting married and having kids and stuff like that, getting a job, buying things what they need and what they want. You know, like every other individual, regular civilian like myself here. Since I'm not an actor, I'm not a producer, not a director or anything, I'm just a normal person who wants to get into filmmaking and acting and all, but, you know, just, you know, this is just, you know, being on YouTube is like my job, even though I'm not monetizing my videos. None of my videos are monetized, that's why they get little to no views. Or comments, likes, dislikes, whatever. So that's why I have to do these films, that's why I have to do these videos and stuff very small, and that's half about it. That's why I've been really boxed in, isolated, and so forth. That's why I've always been like that. I've also noticed that a lot of my videos, when I was looking back at every single rating for each of my videos was mainly targeted by people my gender but younger than me, you know, males aged 13 to 17 that are middle and high school aged, you know, guys, and some guys my age in my 20s. For starting next year, if I just hope, you know, instead of us guys getting more attention, you know, on my videos, I want the female audience this time to like my videos as well. Because I know the female audience like what they like, that's part of their gender and their lifestyle and all, but us guys are, we need to give some of the girls and women who want to come and see my videos to be part of the audience a chance and give us a rest, because we, you know, you guys that came along have already seen my videos. I know there's a couple of girls out there. I mean, I just need some more. I need some more retention from the female audience this time, instead of, you know, I mean, I've noticed that every single rating on my channel have had a lot of guys come by and saw my content, and when I look at the ratings on YouTube, it's very, like, there's far more guys than there are girls looking at this stuff. Because I know, you know, you got some girls that are into Power Rangers and some that don't. But I'm just seeing that from a theoretical demographic sense, because we need to give the female audience a chance to grow seeing my videos as well, instead of you guys coming by just, you know, watching the video and press some likes or dislikes and just say whatever you want, coming off as trolls saying my videos suck, get off YouTube and that stuff. Because we need to give the female audience a chance to see my videos as well. Any girl or woman to see it. Doesn't matter how old that girl or woman is, they can see what they want here, you know? I know when I look at other female YouTubers, they mostly talk about makeup, fashion, and stuff like that. But I'm not forcing them to like my content. I just want some attention from that gender of the demographic of the audience. Because as you see on YouTube and also on the Power Rangers Lost Galaxy fan film Facebook page, there have been far more teen boys that have been, you know, passionate about my stuff. And I've noticed on YouTube that according on the demographic rating for PR Lost Galaxy 2014, which is this channel, 72% of my audience is male, 28% is female. So come the next video, and even when I release the Power Rangers Lost Galaxy fan film, and when I start asking for anyone who wants to do Trakeena's character for Power Rangers Lost Galaxy 2, I want some attention from the female audience, because you know, we need to give the women some slack here. Like I said, we need to give them some slack, give them some attention, give them a chance to watch my videos. And I've also noticed for the female demographic, most of the women that have watched my videos are women 45 to 54. Wow. I'm really impressed. 50 women between the ages of 45 to 54. I am really impressed. Again, wow. While primarily my target audience is males age 35 to 44, you know, less women that are age 35 to 44 that have seen my videos. Not much girls that are my age, 18 to 24, but mainly a lot of guys age 18 to 24 have seen my videos as well. But my earlier audience was age 13 to 17 with 9.2%. Female teens 3.1%. Wow. So overall, it's like us guys is dominating with my account because I'm the only, you know, due to the fact my household has only guys in here, no girls. Yeah, I know it sucks. It seems like we got to be in the guy house, you know, no girls, no women allowed type of thing. Yeah, so anyway, when casting calls for Trakeena for Power Rangers Lost Galaxy 2 will begin, I guess, approximately months after the Power Rangers Lost Galaxy fan film will come out this November. I hope I'll hear from you ladies out there. If you don't, then I'm going to have to like wait another year or so, and then I'll have to think of other casting calls for the other characters, because I don't think you guys want to pay attention. You ladies want to pay attention to shit, so okay. I see that now. Well, since I'm finally back in front of the camera again, I can finally get back into doing movie reviews of movies that I have planned. I know my last movie review, if you've seen it, was my review on the Nightmare on Elm Street 2010 remake. Next week when I come back, I'm going to do my review of American Psycho starring Christian Bale, as I promised. And then after that, my next movie review is on G.I. Joe: The Rise of Cobra, some other movies that have came out last year, and so I might review later on, and then take a break on movie reviews throughout the summer, and then come back in September and review The Lion King, celebrating 20 years of one of the best movies of the Disney Renaissance era when I come back and do that. And also do reviews of other movies that came out before the 1990s, and even movies prior to 1990, like Star Wars and Raiders of the Lost Ark and movies like that. Whatever movie you want me to review. On PR Lost Galaxy 2014's movie review, you can now give me the opportunity to request a movie. All you have to do is, after I'm done reviewing a movie, you can request whatever movie I should review before I review it. I have to watch it first, then review it, and tell me what I think of it. Okay, so instead of me, guessing and going by what I've said I was going to do, I'm going to give you guys you guys have my permission to request whatever movie that's in theaters or been there, still out, been out, and even movies prior to the release, after those such old movies released for me to review. So that's a new channel plan for PR Lost Galaxy 2014's movie review show. And I'm still going to do some more Power Ranger toy reviews, reviewing more Super Mega Force toys, and starting now, I will do toy reviews of some toys from Super Sentai, starting with ToQger. With the ToQ Changer, and some toys from Go Kiger, some toys from some past Sentai shows based on Power Ranger shows that each Sentai took footage from that was based. And I will do reviews of the DVD box sets of each Power Ranger season from Mighty Morphin to RPM when I will get the chance and when I have my free time to get the DVD box sets for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the complete series when I get it, plus the DVD box sets of Power Ranger seasons Zeo the Lost Galaxy as a follow-up, then the DVD box sets consisting seasons Lightspeed Rescue the Dino Thunder, and then last seasons SPD to RPM when I do the DVD box set reviews of those when I get them. The hell with the Legacy Collection, you know, with the one with the giant red Mighty Morphin Ranger helmet. I'm not doing a review on that because that will cost me an arm and a leg if I got it. So that's what I have in store for PR Lost Galaxy Season 2, 2014 Season 2. Because, you know, I will end this season of this channel by the time when the fan film will come out. And then after the fan film will come out, my last video for the year will be after the fan film will come out. So that last video will probably be around Thanksgiving somehow. And then Season 3 of PR Lost Galaxy 2014 will be around February. In time for Power Rangers Dino Charge next year in 2015. So those are my plans for PR Lost Galaxy 2014 on YouTube. And I appreciate your support. For me helping, you know, I understand you guys supported me throughout the fan film's work. I know I struggled for the last 9 years working on the Power Rangers Lost Galaxy fan film. I know I said 10, but it's actually actually chronologically 9. So, thanks for watching my video blog and podcast and announcement about, for the first time in camera for so long since I did that Nightmare on Elm Street movie review, that I would finally come back in the flesh in front of the camera to tell you this and that instead of being in audio and, you know, being over at Terror Ventures Conference Hall and all. So, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you guys right back here next time with more goodness on PR Lost Galaxy 2014, leading up to my long-awaited release of the Power Rangers Lost Galaxy fan film. Written, directed, and produced by me. And I hope you ladies come by my channel to see what I have in store. And then I will tell you when I will start working on Power Rangers Lost Galaxy 2 when I get the other Megazords of the season and stuff, and then we'll be ready to do the sequel. And then I hope anyone in Gaithersburg will, because, you know, my home address is on the info box, so you probably should know where I am. If you don't, look up Google Maps, you know, so forth. And then I'll see you guys. Well, anyway, I'm leaving right now, and I'll see you guys right back here next time. And of that, my bedroom and this video blog is now closed.